Hey everyone. In today's episode of Fire Trail, I just want to take a moment to discuss the dangers or the downfall of having too much cash on hand. Hi everyone, this is Xiao Yu. I retired at 37 from my corporate finance job, and now I spend time making YouTube videos discussing personal finance topics and helping individuals achieve financial independence so they can retire early. Okay, so I am a big believer that everyone should have a emergency fund. If you're starting out, you probably are familiar with the $1,000 just to, if you're trying to get out of debt, have at least $1,000. And then once you're out of debt, your goal should be build up a emergency fund that's equivalent to 3 to 6 months, right? So that could be equivalent to 6,000, 8,000, maybe even $10,000. Now, what I've encountered recently as I've consulted with new prospect clients and just getting to understand people's situation, giving advice, I usually ask them like, so what is your emergency fund? And I am shocked at times when people tell me they have $40,000, $50,000 just sitting in cash, money market. Sure, it could be earning the 4 or 5% in a high yield savings account, but I think this is a big mistake. The reason being is, let's take somebody who is very young. Let's say you're 30 years old or 40 years old. And if you have $50,000 sitting in a cash account, consider the lost opportunity to grow that in, let's say, the S&P 500. In 2023, the S&P 500 did 25%. 25%, okay? So if you had $50,000 just sitting around and you had no idea, and in the money market, and you were earning 5%, okay? But you could have put it in the money in the S&P 500. Do you know how much money you have lost? Okay, 50 times 0.25, that's $12,500. $12,500 if you had just invested in S&P 500 last year at the beginning of the year. Okay, so that's why I encourage people to really assess what their annual budget is and say, okay, I'll cut that in half and max 6 months, because that's really enough. 6 months is enough time. If you were to lose your job, 6 months is enough cushion for you to find another job that is of equivalent pay. All right. And if not, you're able to, like, let's say, work at Walmart, work at a restaurant, do DoorDash, whatever, to fill in the gap, to supplement your income until you get that full-time job. Anything above 6 months, especially if you're trying to work full time and you try and build up your retirement savings, you're not maximizing the potential of your investment or investable assets, right? I had one client, and this was last year. She came to me and she told me she had $300,000 just sitting in cash because she wasn't sure what to do with it. She was listening to a bunch of sales pitches from people of what to invest in. You may have heard me reference her in other videos. She had $300,000, and I told her, "Do you know how much that is worth in the S&P 500 in 2023? That's $75,000. If all she did was put it in the S&P 500 in January 1st of 2023, by the end of December 31st, she would have had $75,000 in growth. That's equivalent to 90% of America's uh, medium income, household income. The medium household income in America is $75,000. So just by sitting in cash, she lost that opportunity. And that only gets worse because when you lose that opportunity to grow your money, well, the following year, now 2024, you don't have that benefit of compound interest, right? So she would have started January 1st, 2024 with $375,000 to invest and to grow, right? The multiplying effect. So all to say is this: if you are not, if you are still saving for retirement and you have not reached financial independence yet, but you're trying to grow your portfolio balance, take a good look at your checking account, savings account, money market accounts, everything that is cash liquid, and see how much money you have in there. If it is more than 6 months worth of expenses, I highly encourage people to please take some of that money and invest it. Only have 6 months reserved and the rest invest it. Maximize your 401k, maximize your HSA, maximize your IRAs. You might say, oh, I maximize all that. Okay, then open up a brokerage account, okay, and invest. Investing and taking advantage of compound interest is your best ally, is your best tool to reach financial independence quickly. Okay, that's the video for today. I hope you found it valuable. If you did, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. And again, this is Xiao Yu, and I wish you the best on your journey to financial independence.